right.
Oh, Lord. Doing some deep ones over there.
I'm just practicing my Nazoth voice. That's how he sounds like.
Slide has reached plus 100 corruption.
Ah!
3, 2, 1.
Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
So we're at the Scarlet Halls. I'm Slidewhistle.
I am Immunization.
And I'm Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire, and Horde Punching Bag.
We are only, 9 days now from BlizzCon? But when you guys hear this, it'll be fucking 3 days till BlizzCon?
Yeah, it'll be like tomorrow.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's almost here.
I'm excited for it. Gonna do my part here at home base. Write down everything while I'm at work.
And we just got some fancy new DNR shirts for ourselves to be wearing out on the streets at BlizzCon.
I don't know how fancy they are, but they're shirts.
Fancier than not having our own DNR shirts.
I'm kind of surprised that they released the schedule and map. I thought they were going to keep it a big old secret until the day of the con. But people were losing their shit that it wasn't posted yet.
Yeah, I mean, it was noticeably later than last year, at least.
So were they upset at the content in it, or just that they didn't know what was there yet?
They were upset. People were, oh my god, is BlizzCon canceled? Because there's no map.
I'm canceling it now because I can't go to it, so it's over. Sorry, gang.
It's been shut down. I guess people were like, oh my god, this is a sign that BlizzCon's done for. And I'm like, they're just keeping things a secret. Like, they got things to figure out. They got shit to work out. It's a huge event.
My favorite is, as of this recording, October 23rd, they have yet to release the musical act, and there's some people in our group that's like, this is insane. It's never been this long. And I can assure you, having been on the sidelines for the 3 years you've gone, it has always been this long. So it's interesting to see that live. Like, what are they doing? Oh, God, they don't know how to do anything. And it's like, they never announce it till like the day of.
Okay, I will say one thing. It's probably like 1 day past when it will be, like by the time that they announce it. Yeah, so technically it's slightly later, but not really. People are freaking out because people like to freak out.
China's ruining BlizzCon. Well, I mean, I guess that part's not necessarily untrue, but who knows?
I don't know if they'll ruin it, but they will have a presence. There will just be a couple dozen Chinese officials kind of walking around, making sure you're having a moderate time.
And that you are not cosplaying as Winnie the Pooh. I also did notice that there is a table that's dedicated to Facebook gaming. I'm like, okay, what is this?
You gotta play your Candy Crush for all the grandparents out there.
Chris Metzen got really into Farmville after he left, and he just wants a place to do it.
God, Farmville was the shit. Do you guys think that there's gonna be any kind of people getting crazy, like for Hong Kong? Not just
for sure, 100%.
Not just like a casual protest, but like a crazy, like get on stage naked and you know what I mean, like something wild. I don't know.
I don't know if it's quite that wild. Weekend. Yeah, people will be like having signs or shouting things or like flying some flags, maybe, especially during the open ceremony. I think, but that's probably about as crazy as it will get. I think.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think there's going to be like protest flag shirts and signs, but I honestly think that's as wild as it's going to get. People who go to BlizzCon, in my experience, are very respectful. Like, they won't even steal your shit. Like, our friend Will left his cell phone like in a chair that someone could have easily just jacked, and they brought it and his wallet to security. People who go to this aren't crazy for the most part. I feel like, right?
It'd be wild to pay like. So let's say you don't live in LA, so you have to travel there, so that's a couple hundred. Then to get the ticket for a couple hundred, it's kind of wild to spend that much money, and then be like, now I'm going to be a sneak thief. At that point, it's like, we're all here, man. We jumped through so many hurdles to be here. Let's just be nice.
Play nice, play Farah.
Except don't fucking play Farah.
Yeah, don't play Farah. Get rid of her.
Hey, before we go into what we did in WoW, I feel like it's very important to say Me and Immune did the unthinkable last night. We played a game of Heroes of the Storm. Can you believe this, Aaron?
What? No way.
We finished raids so quickly that we just had time, and then Slide was like, I kind of have a weird hankering to play Heroes of the Storm. I think it had to do with them announcing that Deathwing was going to be added to the game.
Wait, what? Why are you trying to get me interested in Heroes of the Storm again? I've been hurt numerous times.
The video is really cool for Deathwing. So, like, I was like, ooh, baby, maybe I should play a little bit of the HOTS. And we did, and we were confused on what we were doing, but we lost pretty bad.
I wish I had known. I would have ran out of work and just played in the streets.
Just for good old HOTS.
Just for good old HOTS. And I would have been like, ugh, this isn't great. This is 45 minutes. I'm tired now. I gotta go to bed.
That's kind of how we felt after one of them, and then we did actually go to bed, but yeah.
Relevant. But all right, Aaron, what was your week in WoW like?
Well, I was hanging out with the missus because she and I went to a wedding. So admittedly, I did not get as much of a chance to play World of Warcraft. But I did play a little bit yesterday and a lot today. And all of a sudden, it done snuck up on me. It's Hallow's End. And I previously said that I was going to hop on the path towards the Twilight Proto-Jake. And so I was like, oh shit, I gotta start doing these achievables. So I started doing them. And motherfuckers like to put on pumpkin heads right as I try to put on pumpkin heads, so it does not count. Fuck you, panda guy.
Get him.
Get him. And then, of course, not exactly in the game, and I don't know how much we want to go into it, but I was almost chosen by Christie, writer of the books Golden, to go to BlizzCon. I wasn't, because I later found out that allegedly she looked at the feeds of the people she was considering, and mine is nothing but anime titties and like shit posts. So I don't blame her, but it was nice to be considered.
You done cramped yourself.
You were in the final running of a few people, it seemed like, though.
Mm-hmm. She never reached out to me, but she reached out to Slide, and it was very exciting. I was finger on the trigger getting ready to go because I was going to be the chosen one. And then when I wasn't, I was like, I'm okay. I don't want to just be like some guy. But it was exciting. Immune, what did you do in the World of Warcraft?
Well, a few exciting things happened this week. As Aaron mentioned, Hallow's End is here, and I am also on the quest to the Violet Proto-Jake. So I got my achievement, and I am now hollowed. And
oh, snap. You done got it already?
Yeah. I grinded it. You can do it like all in one day. It just takes a long time.
I'm trying to put these heads on the Horde, and I do not know how I'm going to do that other than, I guess, just killing them.
Yeah, or what I did was I went to Dalaran, to the flight path, all the like low levels that were trying to level through that content. I was like just like waiting by a flight path, and it's a goblin. There, throw the pumpkin on him. But what took me the longest was the fucking achievement where you had to go to like literally every flight path in all of Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor and Outland and get your candy. It took me forever.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to be doing that like this weekend. Just dedicating an entire day to it.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, though. I like this holiday. But other than that, I did a few other random achievements. Slide and I went dune riding in Vol'dun to get a random achievement there. And then, my Heart of Azeroth dinged 70, so now I'm just collecting that shmoney instead of Azerite.
Shmoney. Girl, get that shmoney. Them schmeckles and schmines.
2,000 gold.
Oh yeah, we discovered in Raid yesterday that if you bonus roll when you already are max heart level and you roll what would have been Azerite, it just gives you like 2k gold. And I'm like, I feel like that's a decent deal.
I always just roll Azerite.
Yeah, so really all you gotta do is buy your seals with war resources, go into LFR, and just bonus roll the first 2 bosses, and you've instantly made 4,000 gold. There you go.
But yeah, what did you do in WoW this week, Slide?
My neck also hit 70. So I'm getting that sweet, sweet gold. I have to climb out of poverty once again. I've been knocked down to the levels of you people. My sweet
No, somehow I doubt it.
My sweet, sweet money. I was once a millionaire. Now I am but a 800,000 K in air.
Boo!
Boo!
Oh, this is how the poor feel, getting booed all the time.
I think if you were really as poor as I am, we would not even be recording this. You'd be like, I need to sit here and make money. I can't be bothered with work stuff.
I was drunkenly messing around with the black market auction house, and I saw there were so many good items. There was an unclaimed crate, which an unclaimed crate has a chance of containing a fuck ton of mounts in the game. Like, you can get a spectral tiger from this thing. You can get like mounts from the TCG game from this thing. You also could get leather bracers if you're cloth, or plate shoes. So like you can't even use them when they're soulbound. And these items sell for like 300k, 400k. They're expensive as fuck.
Wow, that's 3 to 4 times more money than I have.
Ouch. But that was the one I bought. I saw another item, and it was it's a flag. I forgot what it's called. Damn it! It's a PvP flag. It's kind of like the firework toy, where like you put it over a corpse and it shoots out fireworks. This one, you plant the flag into the corpse of your enemy, and it's a big, dirty, gray flag with a big, nasty thumbs down. It's the like ultimate fuck you if you kill somebody.
For the record, it is called the Flag of Ownership.
Oh, thank you. That's even better.
God, I really wish that it was the Flag of Ponership, because I know those dark, sad 2006 memes exist in WoW.
I'm really glad it's not, so that way I wasn't reminded of it. But so, yeah, I saw it, and I'm like, this is a TCG loot card. Like, you could only get it from the trading card game or this. So I'm like, I gotta bid on this. So it was raid night. I waited till it got short time, so it was like less than 30 minutes. And I started bidding on it, and I was in a bidding war, and I lost. I lost the bidding war, and I was like, fuck it, that's fine, I don't need this. And the price was at 545k, and so then I was like, well, you know what, fuck this guy. I'm gonna up the price one more time, and then make him pay for it, because he wants it worse than I do. Well, he didn't. I bid 551k on it, thinking he would bid more. And
wait,
I was like, all right.
951k?
551k. Half a mil.
Okay, I was like, no way. You did a fucking $1 million on this poo-poo flag.
So I bid half a mil, a little over half a mil, and I was like, oh, surely he'll bid on it, and he didn't. And I was like, oh man, I got this fucking flag for 500k, but I actually love it a lot. And what I've been doing is whenever I kill a horde, I'll put the flag down and I'll take a screenshot. So right now I have this scrapbook of like 24 hordes just like dead under my cool little flag. I'm going to get my goddamn money's worth out of this. I'm going to use it every single time that I can because I fucking paid for it.
Just let me know if you want to go hunting. I'll definitely help you put some bodies under that flag.
Yeah, and I've been posting all of your achievements that you've sent to me on our Instagram, so everyone can see all the horde you kill until you get to your number to make you feel like this flag was worth it.
Each
body your hollow validation number.
Each body is worth 3 gold. That's what I'm gonna equate it to. I also got the Trash Master title. That's pretty cool. We ran Mechagon. It's been so long since I've been in there. Guys, we gotta run hard mode. Like, we haven't even tried hard mode yet. And
we definitely do. Also, by the way, we're going to be needing 183,000 posts, 666 and 6 repeating Instagram posts for you to, quote, get your money's worth with that metric.
All right, maybe I have to up the price per body just so we can get there a little faster.
Maybe each kill means more to me than it did.
Oh, Recruiter Friend is now officially up, and I'm trying to get my coworker to play so I can recruit him with gold. I'll buy him a sub with my gold that I have left just so I can get these fucking rewards because, man, these things are so tempting. I've already used my Battle.net balance that I had because like I just had balance in my BNet for whatever reason, and I just made a new WoW account and I just gave it a month to get the pet. So I'm like, God, I'm desperate over here. I need these rewards.
I just have to wait till December, and then I get the whole thing, baby.
Well, you're on. So fun fact, you actually won't get the whole thing immediately. Here's how the system works. If
you've lied to me in a previous episode, you said you would get the whole thing. That's what I've been living for.
You'll get the whole thing eventually. if you buy your friend, aka your girlfriend, a year of WoW and recruit her, right? Then you will receive one reward. You will get the pet that comes first. And then as each month comes by and she uses up the sub month by month, you will get a reward every month. So it's going to take you a full year to get the full set of everything that's there.
That's just kind of annoying, actually. I don't know.
So I thought it was annoying too, but then I realized this actually makes a lot of sense. I think it's Blizzard trying to be like, we're not doing this to make you buy yourself an account. It's way worse to recruit yourself with the system. And with the current system, it actually requires you to be subbed just as long as your recruiter friend is subbed. So that way you don't recruit your friend and then abandon them and then they're like, what is this game anymore? It actually forces you to have to play with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's interesting. They just added on their website, you actually have to write a blog post about how much you love playing the game with your friend and then provide their full legal name.
They're really cracking down on privacy these days.
It's that China.
This character that I recruited, that's just me. I've been using them to multi-box. I've been multi-boxing experience on my priest. Because with Party Sync, I can just group them together and I can bring my priest down to my level 1 Warlock's level and do human quests and get her mad experience with the recruiter friend bonus and war mode bonus and everything bonus. So it's actually pretty good for boosting yourself for not too much money if you have peanut balance. So I did it, guys. I'm officially a multi-boxer. I have become the people that I hate the most.
How much time do we have to give Slide until he is that guy that has 10 Lightforged Draenei on the boat in Borealis with 10 of those really fancy golden mounts?
Honestly, probably not that long because I was like, ooh, if I get 2 of these people on my big hippo, I can have a hippo train. I was like, if I get 3, I can have a bigger hippo train. So I already thought about it.
It starts with Ricky the monkey and it ends with you taking up the whole boat, so I can't use the mission table. It's a slippery slope, Slide.
We're all sliding down it.
Boo!
Don't worry, I'll keep everybody updated on my climb out of poverty. Because I know all you poor people want to hear me get rich again, right? Right?
Boo!
Boo! So, also this week in Raid, I kind of talked about it a little bit. We got our Glory of the Desire Lore achievement, the 3 of us, last week. Our raid lead came back on our second day of raid and made everyone do it again because he didn't have it either.
We have birds.
Yeah, they're actually kind of neat. I like them.
Yeah, we don't get many flying dinosaurs.
Or any dinosaurs to begin with, other than a raptor that drops in a rather basin.
I have that one in my collection.
You do. You caught it the first goddamn time we went to a Rathy Basin and set a precedent that I thought that thing would drop a lot more than it has. Here we are, day 300 later, hasn't dropped.
But then last night in Raid, at least Slide and I were there, we cleared all of the heroic raid in an hour and 56 minutes.
My raid team? I can't fucking believe it. We've never full cleared this raid in one night, period. Let alone to do it short of our finish time. Granted, there were only 13 of us there, so it was a crack elite squad of non-fuck-ups, plus not Aaron, because Aaron would have been fine if he was there, I guess.
I was about to say, I haven't fucked up since... I was about to say ICC, but I definitely wasn't playing then.
Wow,
whatever
you
the Legion
got a great
one,
track record.
Not Legion. Ah, fuck. Why am I... Okay, so full disclosure, I poured a shot out because I was like, oh, that's a thing we do on this. But then I'm the guy this one, so I just took it, and I'm not doing okay.
What was it a shot of? Wait, you just take it just now?
No, I took half, and then I took the other half right now. It's just Smirnoff. The last episode that I drank, I took a shot of Everclear, which is why you can hear my ever-eternal soul leaving my body during the recording.
Why would you take a shot of Why do you have Everclear in your house that you just were like, this is good for the podcast?
It was around because Will's coworker wanted to do a funny, like, haha, set a thing on fire goof. But then that never happened, and I was like, they always use this as, like, the worst thing possible in media. Let me try it. And then, yeah, if you go back and listen, you can hear me being like...
I was wondering why it was so bad. You poisoned yourself.
I'm literally dying. I'm close.
You set your innards on fire.
But yeah, I mean, that's honestly it from Raid. It was a really fast clear. It's our first official, like, get together, right? Because our last get together that we have to go to. Because we're taking a mini break. Because everyone's going to be on vacation and holidays and whatnot. So.
Oh, shit. Is there a mini break tonight?
So tonight is, I guess, technically the last night. We're not sure what we're doing yet. So it's going to be definitely not Raid. We might do achievements or do, like, an old mount run or something. We're not sure yet.
Yeah, or even PvP. It was really up in the air. Our raid lead said to come up with ideas, so.
I think we should all get ice cream in the park. I miss my boy Vixetta. And all of you, maybe together, can be half the woman he was.
Take a lot of people to make up Vixetta, let me tell you.
I miss you, Vix.
So, some new data mined information hit us this week. And one of the interesting things that we were presented with was a short in-game cutscene that involved Wrathion.
Spoilers, just being granted.
Oh shit, it's the spoiler police in the back. Oh no, it's that? Spoilers.
The spoiler cops are here, so if you want to leave now, get out of here. Oh, they're coming to get you.
You listen to this show without heeding the warning. You're under spoiler arrest.
So, this cutscene involves you going with Wrathion to Blackwing Descent, it seems, and it appears that he is ambushed by the High Inquisitor, who is one of the bosses in the Ny'alotha raid. He was also the one that was torturing Ajara, if you remember that picture.
Boy, do I.
And there's some, cool dialogue between the two of them. Basically, Rathion's like, "Ha, you can't corrupt me. How original of you to try to corrupt another black dragon," and then you and Wrathion escape.
You two haven't run Blackwing Descent, right? It's a Kata raid, I believe.
Not that I distinctly remember. Kata is a big fuzzy point for me when it comes to content I've done.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have either. If I did, it was just a very, very, quick, just go through it really fast, and I didn't really pay much attention. Probably when we were drunk in University Village in college.
Because I recently ran it 2 months ago, just because what is this raid I've never heard of or never done before? And yeah, so the whole idea of this raid is that Nefarian, who's, grandson of Deathwing, he decided that he's going to raise Onyxia, another black dragon, and they're going to take over the world together. So you end up killing both Nefarian and raise Onyxia, and I guess in this new BFA version of it, their bodies are still there, and N'Zoth is trying to raise both of them this time. It's like,
leave Onyxia alone. That girl is just ground meat now. We've beat her 3-4 times?
Yeah, poor girl's been through so much.
Well, don't worry, because we burn the bodies, so no one can ever use them ever again. Which is such a bizarre plot point. I kind of feel like, burn the dragon bones, hurry. That's literally what you do. You cleanse them.
But also, in this whole data mining, people have found out that apparently the boss that you face in Ny'alotha is not actual Wrathion, and it's an illusion that's created by N'Zoth to trick you. So maybe this means that our whole theories are thrown out the window about whether or not Wrathion was corrupted or whatnot.
He fucking actually tricked us, son of a bitch.
Those motherfuckers, they managed to goof on us even though we're data mining stuff from half a year from now.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, but in this cutscene as well, we get a sneak peek at Wrathion's sexy dragon model.
Ooh, so gooey.
So, the non-corrupted one, the one where he's just a fully ass grown-up black dragon, and it just is a nice-looking model.
Yeah, because before he's been a fucking tiny-ass little whelp. It's so stupid. That was a real-ass dragon.
And that's why he's our sexiest dragon of this segment. It doesn't have nearly as much fanfare as the official one.
He just gets, a few head nods and maybe a towel snap or two.
Like a man coughed in the background.
Yeah, Slide and I were rewatching Avatar, and there was this one episode where King Boomy just made a joke, and then there was silence, and then just one of his guards in the background just went,
Look at Avatar.
It's good shit.
It's great shit.
We're now officially an Avatar podcast.
Oh hell yeah!
Legend of Korra was I liked it, but it wasn't as good as the original series, but I still liked it a lot.
Still good, not as good as the original series. Never saw it last season.
I mean, we can say that it's not as good because that is my top idea of how good a show can be, Avatar: The Last Airbender. But that's
that and Breaking Bad, in my opinion, are the only two, air quotes, perfect shows.
Ooh, we can talk Breaking Bad during this Growl on the Prowl commercial we're about to do.
Growlina, tell us all about season 3 of Breaking Bad. The bear in the water? Pff, what's that about?
more like the Growl on the Prowl.
Well, it's that time again, listeners. Time to hear from me, Big G, and my pals. Today's pal is a fellow Worgen, Gratila. Since it's so rare I see my kin out here, I'll ask you a Worgen question. What's your opinion on the heritage armor? I like it, honestly. It makes me feel very fancy. I see. Particularly, how do you feel about the golden trim? Do you think it's too much? I like it. You don't see a lot of Worgen out in the world. We have to flex on the haters when we can. That's very true. In terms of armors, would you say it's one of the better ones? Honestly, not really. But hey, at least it's better than the Dark Irons. Spicy words there, friend. Say, wanna go run around the pier on all fours? Why, I'd love to, Growlina. Until next time, DNR me, these wolf ladies gotta scoot.
Illusion, what are you hiding?
I was just hiding that segment of Growl on the Prowl. We're back.
Thanks, Growl. Stiller reporting as always.
It's the only thing she's good at nowadays.
Has Growlina stopped by the Wicker Man ceremony at the Stormwind Gate at 6:10 p.m. every day?
She has not done that, but you know what she did do, which you may hear about later, is she's visited the Horde's Wicker Man and the fun place that it's located.
Oof.
Where is it? Oh, I do know where it's located, in Undercity. Oh my god, that was so annoying.
You'll catch it later in our top toot, bottom boot, medium moot. And you can guess what that one's going to be.
Ah, man. If only she went to the Stormwind one, she would have had a top toot because her man, Gen Greymane, leads a speech that is voice acted. Like, it's a Wicker Man ceremony led by Gen, and in the crowd are just Gilneans. And he's literally giving a speech to Gilneans about the ceremony.
Wait, when is this?
Remember I told you, I was like, the game told me that in 10 minutes there's going to be a ceremony at the Stormwind Gates. I have to wait to go see what that's going to be about. And so I went there at 6:10, and Gen walked onto a stage to a bunch of Gilneans wearing hats and holding torches. And he would just like, we Gilneans know about change. We love change. We voted Obama in twice. And so we blah, 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 throw the fire into the change, Wicker Man, for change. I was like, this is pretty cool. But then, right after they all chuck in their flames to the Wicker Man, Gen howls and turns into Worgen form. And then everyone in the crowd also turns into a Worgen. Like, they all just, like, transform.
That's so sick!
But then, like, it lasts, like, 4 seconds, and then they all transform back to their
and
human form.
Then they all turn back into Gilneans like cowards.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Tomorrow, if you're home at 7:10 your time, check it out. This is right by the Stormwind Gates.
I sure will.
Another interesting aspect that has been data mined recently is the concept of how Titanforging is being replaced in 8.3. And it's some form of scaling corruption. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's called just corruption, right?
Yeah, so instead of Titanforging, it's literally just called corruption. And they're called corrupted items, which doesn't have as good of a ring to it, but I kind of like where they're going. Though let me tell you a spoiler, the community hates it, even though they haven't seen it yet.
Yep. When looking for HCB content, I saw a lot of hate for it.
So what it seems like to me is that all of these corrupted items basically roll an amount of corruption that are on them, and that is kind of like how Titanforging is replaced. So like things get a certain amount of corruption randomly, it seems at first.
Yeah, so it seems like instead of, when you open your mythic cache, you're not gonna see any items that roll up like the 450 anymore. You're gonna see items that, I guess they'll still do that, but they're gonna have these huge negatives on them, and they're also gonna have corruption stacks, and it's like, but they're strong. It's a very weird way of trying to balance Titanforging, because the idea is the more stacks of corruption you have, the worse your personal affix gets, which is crazy to even have one of those. Because like it kind of reminds me of that trinket that I was using from Crucible of Storms, the one that attacks me every
the one with the tridents.
Yeah, it reminds me of that. It seems like they're basing a lot of this stuff off that. But like people are mad because think about how bad a lot of the player base is. You know what I mean? Like dodging stuff all the time is not something people want to have to deal with. And I don't blame them.
So the Titanforging aspect of it, it's now just you're redoing content to try and get your good trinket that has less corruption on it.
Or it seems like more corruption up to a certain point, because the more corruption, the stronger that your benefits are, but then also you can get to a certain threshold of when it starts becoming negative. Am I misunderstanding the slide or no?
I think that's correct, because it's weird, because this has all been data mined, so like I feel like I haven't seen any of this in practice yet, so this is also why I'm kind of mad that people are getting immediately pissed at it, because we haven't seen it live yet. Like, we don't know how this actually is going to play out, I don't think, right?
I don't know, because I think, like, you can probably have several items that have corruption on them, and maybe your overall level of corruption tallies them all together, and then you start getting negative things.
So, it starts off by saying, when you equip your first corrupted piece, you'll start with the Grasping Tendrils debuff. Grasping Tendrils, taking damage has a chance to slow your movement speed for 5 seconds. The magnitude of the slow increases with further corruption. So you're just gonna fucking be slowed if you have too much corruption. If you have 80 corruption, for example, you're gonna be slowed by 90%. So I think their idea is it forces you to only wear certain pieces that Titanforged. That way you can't wear all of them and get the benefits of getting lucky. It's just you have to pick and choose what you want to use. And I don't know if that's the right way to do it either, because then it just feels bad. It still feels bad when you get high gear that you're like, well, too much corruption.
Slide. Okay, you're going to hate that I'm going to say this, but I think this system might make it so that people hoard even more gear in their bags.
Yep. I was just thinking that too. You're going to have your fancy shoes you only put on one fight where you don't need to move as much, but you need to be powerful.
Fuck.
And then you're going to have your good movement shoes. Your bags will be destroyed.
I did not think about that. Ugh. What kind of gets me, as you gain more corruption, this is where I'm confused. You gain different debuffs. Now, do these debuffs stack or do they replace each other? I haven't seen anything about that.
I think they stack.
The Wildhead article says when you have more than 20 corruption, you gain the Corrupted Zone debuff. So you gain. So yeah, I guess you would just have 2, but you can't have too many at once, otherwise you can't even do anything. And for the Corrupted Zone, it says your spells and abilities have a chance to create a Corrupted Zone at your location for 8 seconds, dealing shadow damage to you every 2 seconds. And people are worried that this is going to be something you can use to troll people.
So you purposefully leave a mini zone next to someone and be like, hey, now you get to die.
I guess, but they're saying that the size and damage increases with higher corruption. So if you have a high enough corruption, I think the size of the zone will get larger. Though the tooltip says dealing shadow damage to you every 2 seconds. It doesn't say you and your party. But people are like, oh my god, people are going to be trolling raids with this and it's going to be awful. And I'm like, people can troll raids now if they wanted to. They're just going to get kicked. Like, isn't that big of a concern against this? I feel like...
I just think that I might not like this overall because I don't like balancing with like positive and straight up things that are bad, like that hurt you.
And you're also a healer.
I'm going all for it, man. I barely move. Give me 3,000 corruption. It'll be like Growlina dodge mechanics. I can't.
Well, if you get 40 corruption, you're going to get Grand Illusions, which you're not going to like. Taking damage has a chance to summon a thing from beyond, which will chase you for 10 seconds. Its speed increases with further corruption. So they're going to make you move as long as on top of you having the rooted thing that makes you slower. right?
Just
Fuck
just
that.
heal me. I'll do 3,000% damage and only live for 20 seconds, but I'll do my damage.
You are the glass cannon.
I think it's definitely interesting, but I don't feel like it's the answer to why Titanforging sucks so bad right now.
Yeah, I don't either. I think this is actually the opposite of what they should have done in some ways. Because to top all of this off, they also are including some way that you are able to reduce your corruption. They haven't found exactly what that involves, but it seems to be like maybe to me that you would be able to use this method to remove a certain amount of corruption from your pieces by probably spending some kind of other resource you have.
Yeah, it's called cleanse corruption. So like you can cleanse your items to like reduce the amount of corruption on them. I've seen one example where it's like cleanse 10 corruption off of your item that has 22 corruption. So it's like, great, now I gotta play this fucking math game as well to figure out like what my corruption level's at.
Yeah, and the reason I said that I feel like it's the opposite of what they should have done is because I feel like maybe they just take away Titanforging and then make it so that you could spend resources to increase things, make everything kind of benthic up to a certain point or something.
One part that is cool though is that the more corrupted gear you have, it actually changes what your appearance looks like. It gives you this like dark, shadowy tinge almost. It looks like you can tell that you're being grossly corrupted by these items.
Do you know who has a dark, shadowy tinge to them?
Who?
The subject of this week's Time War! Probably thought I forgot, because I did. But here it is!
Oh no!
So, deep in Hallow's End, one of the many things you can do is use your Halloween... I thought it was Halloween. Your hallowed wand to transform yourself into a variety of ghoulies and creatures. On my mark, we'll see how many you can name.
Oh no.
I'm vamping while I'm setting the timer. Are you both ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get ready. Go.
Spider.
Bat, gargoyle,
ogre,
spider.
Ghost.
Ghoul.
Zombie.
Ooh. Bat,
A
gargoyle,
wolf,
spider.
maybe? Cat?
Skeleton.
Rabbit?
Slime. Slime is one.
Gargoyle thing? Maybe?
A new Barak. The wands. What does the wands turn you into?
A slug, maybe?
Spider, ghost, slime, gargoyle, bat. Rat? Is there a rat?
Ooh, it probably is.
Growlina.
That's it. You're done.
Oh no!
Lightning crashes. So, our grand winner was Slidewhistle with a score of 4-2.
Well,
He got, I think he got like gargoyle. So I know the ones were gargoyle, ghoul, ghost, skeleton, slime, and spider. And I know Slide got 4 of them. Sorry, I'm drunk, so I can't super keep track, but I was keeping track at the time.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I feel like out of the ones you just mentioned, he definitely named more of them than I did.
We missed Abomination, Geist, Leper Gnome. You said Numerock. Technically, that was kind of correct because it's Nerubian. A ninja, which I turned in today. It's just a white woman. It's awful.
I don't remember.
A pirate, which is equally unfortunate. Random, a white, and a wisp.
Excuse me, can you explain what a white is?
It's just a different type of ghost. It's WIGHT. It's like a European ghost.
Oh, I see.
European ghost is right.
I turned into the ninja. I turned into a white today. I was just a Caucasian woman.
Well, here I go. I'm going to chug my seltzer. Woo!
Spookily! Is this week technically the spooky episode because you guys will be gone during actual Halloween?
Yes.
Well, no, we can record one. We can record one next week before we leave, but we will probably need you to edit it.
Well, then next week will be even spookier.
This one can still be spooky. I love spooky.
This one is also spooky.
Yeah, they're both technically correct in being spooky. Ooh. That was the cops. The spookiest of all things.
And with my time warp fulfilled, I'll go back into my grave.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See ya next year, Spooky Aaron.
It's me, regular Aaron. I'm back. You can't escape me. I live here.
Hey. What if I told you guys I'm already prepared for my time warp next week? Because I actually am. I'm ready. I'm fucking
I can
ready.
believe it.
Write it down.
Oh, it's written down, bitches.
Well, while we are on the topic of spooky things, I figure we head on over to our sexiest NPC of the week.
I'm all for frights and delights.
Ooh, my thighs are quivering in fear and excitement.
Let's just say this week's sexiest NPC of the week is also the spookiest NPC of the week.
Oh,
Because-
bum, bum.
Because this week's sexiest NPC of the week is the Headless Horseman.
It is over. Your search is done.
Here's my body, fit and pure. Ha 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 ha.
He's so hot!
I mean, his sword is
Because
hot.
it's
It
on
looks like it's on
fire.
fire.
Fire! Fire!
PK fire.
There is nothing sexier to me than a poet. And my boy is constantly speaking in rhyme. Whenever he lays a hot limerick on me, I'm like, ugh, hollowed. Mm.
Let me tell you, he may be a headless horseman, but he sure is a good head giver.
He gives good head. He pays attention to my man body.
Your body lies beaten, battered, and broken. Let my curse be your own. Fate has spoken.
And let's just say he's riding around on a horse, but I wish that he were riding on me.
And you know he's good to go all night. You just knock his head off, wait anywhere between 7 and 12 seconds, and he's ready to go again 100%.
Oh shit, you could just take off his head and put it wherever you wanted. Oh yeah, baby.
So eager you are for head.
That's why you give such good head.
Like the train or your office. He could talk to you because he's also a gentle lover.
Oh, I would say that one thing that would annoy me with making love with a headless horseman, he just talks too much. You know what I mean? He's always talking. I was leveling in Goldshire, and oh my god, he's just screaming. And I'm like, I get it. You're so needy. We'll have sex later. Please, just stop.
Gotta go to work. I gotta do things. He's like,
I'm
I
solo.
wanted a cuddle.
I'm solo queued for DPS. It's gonna take a while for me to come see you, Headless Horseman.
Oh man, he's seeing all the boys and girls this
move
season.
in together. There's nothing scarier than commitment to your loved ones.
Do you think he is the one that came up with the idea for people to stink bomb during Hallow's End? Is this his idea? Is he like have a kink for that shit?
Let there be no doubt. Now feel the burn.
Oh man, is he into that fart shit?
Make me dirty. Brazilian poo-poo porn. That's my shit.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Uh-oh, stinky poo-poo. The only unfortunate thing about dating the headless horseman, though, is he only comes once per year, so you don't know if he's satisfied as a lover. It'll keep you up trembling at night.
You got a 2-week period to make it right, and if you don't fucking get it right, it's over. That's it. He's gone for the next year.
Just like my dad.
Oh, goodbye, Gary.
He went out to get a pack of smokes.
Well, with that sad news, Headless Horseman, your award's in the mail. You are our sexiest NPC of the week.
Spookiest NPC of the week.
Hollow's End Edition.
Did you guys see that they fucking are making changes to the Battle of Nazjatar? They're making serious changes to it.
More?
A serious change.
What's going on?
There's been so much Wildhead news that I've lost it in the shuffle. But so they're taking the Battle of Nazjatar off of the 3-hour timer, so you can no longer predict when it's gonna be.
How do they think that this will make it better?
So their line of thinking was, I'm pretty sure that they were tired of people making these groups at 1:59, getting ready ahead of the event, and they would camp where the flags were gonna spawn and kill whoever came close. And so now they've added an element of randomness to the whole thing, and we don't know what the element is. It was so vague. It just said that it'll happen around the same amount of times, but it'll just be random times throughout the day. And so now you can't really prepare for it. This also means I'm not gonna fucking know when to be in Nazjatar, because I'm not hanging out there anymore. I'm done with that fucking gross place. I'm in Mechagon. I'm not there.
I haven't gone to Nazjatar in a while. I like to keep myself busy so I don't have to go.
So it's how am I supposed to fucking know when this battle is? I mean, I'm in a couple of groups that are PvP groups that gather for this kind of thing. So I'm assuming someone would be like, hey, everybody in this community, the Battle of Nazjatar is up, come join. But not everyone's in these communities, so how are they going to know?
I guess the only reason you would know is if you happen to be there. I mean, and as you guys said, I'm never really there anymore because, yeah, I've kind of ruled it and most of the time Mechagon out of my daily rotation.
I will only go there really for Battle of Nash, or if I need mana pearls, which I just don't need anymore. I replace all my gear with better high-level gear, so I'm just meh. I don't know. I just feel like it's, I don't think it's a good change. Unless they add something else to, they'll let everyone know when it's happening.
Maybe make it so that you can queue for it or something.
I mean, I guess we'll see. It's not live yet.
Maybe it'd be cool if they just did, a Nazjatar-themed battleground or something that you queue for.
Yeah, At that point, I feel like that would be the better thing to do, because the battle for Nazjatar right now, even in general, is sometimes you fight the Horde, other times you just kind of go somewhere, and then when you leave, they show up, and you come back, and there's maybe one of them. It seems less of a battle and more of just a passive-aggressive handshake of Nazjatar.
It's they're trying to balance it for fairness when this is probably one of the most unfair events. You just shard hop until you find a full alliance shard that's winning. That's all you do. So they're why are they trying to add balance to this chaotic energy? I don't get it.
Yeah, because I felt the point of it was it's supposed to be somewhat chaotic. I don't know.
It's stupid.
Blizzard just doesn't like admitting when stuff doesn't work. So they're like, here's a change. And it's no one's here for this, man. Just pack it up.
Just let me know when it's going to happen.
Well, tell you what, gang. I'm a sleepy baby boy, and I'm going to fall asleep in the next 5 to 10 minutes, so we better do something important with that time, which is why I'm suggesting we do our top toot, bottom boot, medium moot. So, Immune, what is your TTBBMM?
Let me think. I actually, for some reason, did not prepare myself for this segment. It came up on me like a surprise. We don't do it every week. But I think...
So, Slidewhistle.
I'm going to go for it. Here we go. I will say My top toot of the week is finishing the Heart of Azeroth for now. I feel like this is the first time during any of the technical seasons or whatever tiers of the expansion where I've been like ahead enough that I actually hit the cap for it, and I can start to get some rewards for like money instead of just Azerite.
Yeah, very nice.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Slide, how about you? What's your TTBBMM?
Well, it was going to be a bottom boot about how poor I am now, but I feel like I already got that out of the way. So I'm going to go with the top two, and it's going to be similar to yours, but it's going to be mostly about the essence that you get. So once you hit level 70 on your heart, you then get to do a little quest line with Caligos in the Oculus, and you get your rank 4 Crucible of the Flame, I believe it's called, which is like the first ever Azure power you get that can hurt or heal.
The heal,
and
yeah.
holy fuck, man. Have you seen the rank 4 essence, like the appearance, what it fucking looks like?
I have not.
I'm gonna have to pull you aside after this and show you in Borealis. This thing looks like an actual comet coming out of your hands. It's so bright and it's so fucking big. Like if you fire it at like an enemy across the battlefield, there's no way you can't see this coming. I've healed Immune with it and I've watched his screen, and when it just comes zooming out of the screen, it's just so vibrant and bright. Like you can't miss it.
Yeah, I also got this thing this week, and I accidentally had it on for part of Raid because I forgot to change my talent, or my Heart of Azeroth talent for it. And so I was using it to heal, and that thing flies across the Raid. It's so beautiful.
I look forward to getting it in a level and a half.
Ooh, you're almost there.
Yep, 68 and a half.
Maybe run some islands or something, because I don't think Raid's going to be the full night, so do something crazy.
Nope.
But yeah. So what about you, Aaron? What's your TTBBMM?
My bottom boot is that the Wicker Man for the Horde is in the middle of a huge group of Horde in the Undercity, which, by the way, you have to go back in time to even see because the Undercity is just a big fart cloud.
Yeah.
And it was hard to get there because you don't do a lot of questing there as the Alliance. So I had to fly there, go back in time, get beat up by level 115s because there was like 30 of them. There's only one of me. And then I go back and see my person. It's like, here's 2 sticky candy. My pain and suffering in 10-minute timer is not worth your 2 sticky candy, Candace.
Oh, fuck.
Did you die while doing it like I did, or no?
Yes, because they dropped me to the ground and baby children beat me up. Some level 70 got to write on his blog that he killed the 120 because he and his 29 pals jumped me.
Ugh, can we talk about how awful it is to run back to your body because for some reason you can't fly there?
I didn't even. I took the 10% and just went home.
No! You took the res sickness!
I took the res sickness and just went home.
Honestly, I should have, because when I got to the spirit grave and saw how far away it was and that I wasn't able to fly, I was actually really mad about it too.
You got there and the priest and the angel was like, "Honey, where the fuck did you come from? What are you doing here?"
You're level 120, honey. What are you doing here? This is a level 40 zone. You ain't even supposed to be here. How long it take you to fly here? And I'm like, 10 minutes. She's like, shit. I was like, I had dinner on the time it took me to fly. What the fuck, boo? So that's my bottom boot. There's nothing that can be changed about it. I just hate it.
Boot. But yeah, I mean, I think with that, I think we're about finished here. Next week's going to be interesting. We're going to film an early-ish episode, I feel like, and then have that out soon, and then maybe have con episodes. It's not sure how we're going to do that yet. I got to figure out how recording it inside it's going to work and how uploading it's going to work and all that, but we'll see what we can do. Try to work some magic. My goal is to get some real life people interviews at least for go back to our roots of interviewing strangers on the streets. I think that'd be kind of cool for BlizzCon.
Yeah, we'll see what we're able to do.
I'm calling it now. We're gonna do 3 separate shows. Each person gets one. One of you interview a developer, one of you interviewed a player, and I'll interview the emptiness in my house.
My dream goal is a drunken interview with somebody at the Hilton bar where everybody hangs out after the event. If we can get a stupid drunken interview at a silly little table, I'd be so happy with that.
If we had this podcast last year, maybe it could have been Ian.
Ian handed me that wine glass.
You can have a whole segment about the fact that you stole from Ian Hazacostas.
God, I can't leave this in. I can't have them hear this. Ian gave it to me. I'm going to edit it so it sounds like he gave it to me. It was a gift. Thanks, Ian.
Do you still have it, by the way?
No, it broke. It
no!
Shattered into a million pieces
I didn't
on the
even
way back.
know that you stole this man's wine glass and that it's dead.
I didn't steal it. He put it down and it was empty, and I took it because his hands were on it, and I wanted to clone his fingerprints. And so it actually made it to the airport fine, but it did not make it on the way home from California. It shattered, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And my bag was a mess.
At some point during the flight.
We did manage to get his fingertips, though, and clone him. It is a little bit of spoilers for episode 100, but baby Ian, our clone, is on the way.
Little baby Ian, he's on the way. Here it comes. But yeah, anyway, I think we're going to close out here. Oh, no, Ian, shh. Daddy's talking. We're going to close the show here. If you guys have any comments, questions, complaints, ideas for gene splicing or raising a child, you can email us at donotrelentlpod@gmail.com or tweet at us on Twitter at donotrelentlpod on Twitter. What about you guys?
You can follow me, Alex, or Immunization on Twitter at New Era Alex, or if you are a fan of the Instagram, we have a podcast Graham at Do Not Relent.
If you'd like to find me, Aaron the Human, it's at The Biga Cheesy on Twitter. And if you're a fan of the written word and getting sappy, you can follow us at donotrelent.livejournal.com, where we write about WoW stuff. And by we, I mean mostly me right now.
I've submitted an article.
The editor said it wouldn't work. I'm sorry. Top 10 biggest yabos in Warcraft is not something we want representing our brand.
Fuck you. That's bullshit.
Okay, can we talk to this editor? Who exactly do they think we are?
How classy is this bitch out here? Let in the yabos.
Top 10 biggest nuts in Warcraft. Number 16. Jane Greymane. He's probably got a bunch, right?
Or is he neutered and spayed? I guess he would be spayed. He's not a female. All right, we're getting out of here. We gotta go. This alcohol's taking its toll. We'll see you guys next week. And remember,
another down. Do not relent.
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.
Fools! You have spread your powers too thin. Be free, my minions!